know you.
Okay. Show me.
It's showtime.
Alright, welcome back to another D&D movie time. And as I said previously in videos from last month, we are doing a Halloween theme this year. This year's theme is going to be demons. So every Friday, we're going to have a horror movie that in some way is or ties to some sort of demon. And since we already have a franchise that we sort of started in the past, we're going to continue with that franchise during this month. Now, I don't think there are enough movies left in that franchise to make it through the whole month. So I do have something else planned for the end of the month. And then we will have probably a special episode on the 14th. So we might have 2 episodes out that day. And because that's going to be on a Monday when we drop one of the family-friendly ones. And then we'll probably have an extra long and special episode on Halloween, which I got a movie planned for that too. So, with that said, what are we reviewing today? Like I said at the beginning, we are going to be reviewing the next movie in a franchise that we already started, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Now, in full transparency, Cora has seen some of this already. She fell asleep, and we tried to watch it again, and she fell asleep again. So hopefully today she will not fall asleep. So, we have already reviewed the first 4 movies, but we did not score them. And I'm not going to make Cora go back and rewatch them. For me, I can tell you they were all pretty much 9 out of 10s, except maybe 1 or 2 is a 10 out of 10. The first one's definitely a 9. Second one's probably a 10 out of 10. I liked it a lot more than the first one. I thought it did better.
Yeah, we weren't doing scoring back then.
No. 3 is probably one of my favorites. I love going back into the 80s with it. 4 is probably a 9. So, I have seen all the I've seen all the Paranormal Activities like so many times. So, this one, actually, it's kind of interesting that we did stop Paranormal Activity when we did, because that sort of ended with 4. That sort of ended the entire arc with Katie and Hunter and all that stuff. So this one, I don't know if Cora remembers this much of it or not. This one has like a whole new group of people living in a different part of California. We're following a Mexican family, and they start having some strange occurrences. And it is tied to the demon Toby. So, yeah.
Toby, are you haunting someone again?
So we're gonna see that, and then yeah, the rest of these movies all have nothing to do with with Hunter or Katie or any of them.
It has something to do.
It only keeps Toby the demon, and we do get mentions of the midwives. I do want to say, well, I guess I'll save that for the end. But yeah, with that said, as I've stated before in previous videos also, Book 6 was delayed. My editor is in and out of the hospital, so I'm wishing him the best of luck. Last he told me, he should have it done by the beginning of November, which means all through November I will be working as quick as possible to get it ready for release at the end of the month. So, if you are looking forward to Book 6 in my series, The Guardian of Light, Book 6 will be out at the end of November. So, make sure you're ready for that. It makes a perfect gift for anybody who likes to read fantasy. This is like the darkest chapter in the entire series, and my narrator said on his brief reads through it, he's loved it, and he's gonna probably take a minute and reread it from beginning to end once he's done, so he can really take in the story, because he's, doing it, but he's stopping and starting where he's got to make edits. So, alright, with that said, are you looking forward to this, Cora? Finally finish out this franchise? Alright, we will see you all after the movie.
Bye.
Why do you have a bat in the back seat? In this hood, you don't know. I got a camera. Please, inside now. Did someone die? I saw myself. The lady who got killed, she lives right under me. I had an idea. Let's go check downstairs. There's blood everywhere. Katie and Christy. What is this?
Black magic stuff.
Hey.
She's got pictures of you. How does she have pictures of you?
Dude, I had crazy dreams. Check it out.
What is it?
It looks like a bite or something. I'm like getting this weird feeling. Have you guys ever felt like something is watching you? You got change? Yeah, I got change. Careful, don't point the camera at them. What's up? What's up, man?
Hey! Get in my back! Stop it!
Just go! What's that thing?
How did you do that?
I don't know. I just don't remember. Jesse, what's wrong with me? I feel like I'm losing time. What the hell's happening to me?
That's Katie, and that's Christy, my stepmother. Something possessed Christy and then Katie. The ones that are marked, they become the pariah hosts. So what's gonna happen to him? He won't be Jesse and me. Nuestro que estás en los cielos, saludos así como nosotros. Ave María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo, bendita tú eres entre todas las Amén, Santa Madre. Amén.
Alright, so we just finished Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. What was this movie about, Cora?
So basically, we're following a new group, and they speak a different language. So
Spanish.
Spanish.
What? Spanish?
Yeah, it's just Spanish.
You can't even speak English. It's not funny.
It's funny to me.
How'd you like it if people make fun of your language? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyways.
You didn't think so. You didn't.
So what was this movie about? So there's Spanish people living in California.
And then basically we get a bunch of clips until real clips start to come in. Basically they're playing with the little memory game. I have one of my own.
Simon?
Yes. Simon says it's like a big circle with 4 colors. Green, red, yellow, and blue. And then it's broken and they ask a question and then all of a sudden it turns green. They ask another question, all of a sudden it turns to green again. The next day you try it again, it's red. Green, red, green, red. Basically it's a yes or no question now.
Instead of a memory game?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's going on in this? They're asking it questions the whole time?
No.
Why are they asking it questions?
Because Jesse is getting assessed by Toby.
Okay.
The
And?
funny thing is, Jesse had a best friend, and this was a while ago, but me and my dad were watching Breaking Bad, so I basically just been able to Breaking Bad jokes.
Anyways, who's he getting possessed by?
Toby!
Yeah. Do we see any returning characters from the previous movies?
I forgot her name.
Allie
Allie.
and Katie and Mika and the grandma. And I think that's all the returning characters. But they only had little tiny roles.
Yeah.
We saw Katie right before she went to go kill Christy, and her husband right before she kills Mika. You see the grandmother a little bit in pictures and stuff, but at the end she's the one that turns off the camera. And then they actually had a conversation with Allie. I really wish they'd make another one where we got a lot more answers, because we got a lot more questions still than answers. But, yep, we are down to 2 now. So, basically that's what this one's about. Something about a time door, which maybe gets answered in the next one. And we find out more about the midwives and how they are doing this to a lot of different people. It wasn't just Katie and Christy alone. There was lots of others that they were doing this to. They were like building an army of demon people. So, but alright, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will give our final thoughts and scores. We will see you all in a minute.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Looking for something to pass the time? Need something good to read or listen to?
To get you ready for Halloween.
Do you like famous slashers like Jason, Freddy, Michael, or Ghostface? Do you wish there was something new and original that you could read on your phone or tablet? Or perhaps you like to grab a scary book and read by candlelight?
Check out these short stories, written by Sean Connaughton. When a mildly abusive man mistreats his bride-to-be on Halloween night, his neighbors decide to teach him a lesson. A lesson he won't soon forget when he finds himself in the witch's hole. And narrated by me, Tara Klein.
A Seattle detective, Scott Grimes, investigates a string of odd murders. But where this case ultimately leads him, he could never have predicted when he crosses paths with the legal murderer. And narrated by me, Brad Letson.
Join the Dunn family as they make their way to a vacation home for a weekend trip. However, when the sun goes down, things seem to get just as dark inside as outside. Stay with the Dunns and see if you can make it through the mansion. Audiobook narrated by Dylan Poor.
This story follows Sir Godwin as he and a small group transport a lovely princess out of a soon-to-be war zone, and as they travel they must pass through some woods. However, things grow darker and more sinister the deeper into the woods they go, and they find what some believe to only be known as the Legend of Fort Blood. Narrated for you by Angela Strauman.
So, turn out the lights, light a candle, grab your phone or tablet, and download your ebook or audiobook now.
Currently available all year round on Audible, Amazon, and iTunes.
So don't miss out, and grab your copy today.
Alright, we are back, and starting with Cora, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Paranormal Activity, the marked ones?
10 out of 10. Yes, it did answer some questions. Yes, it was scary. But I just, like my dad said, yes, it did give some answers. But Faith answers out of more questions.
Okay. Did you have a favorite character?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to have a favorite character when this is a one of. Did you have a favorite scene?
No.
None?
No.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about the movie before we move on?
No.
Okay, then I guess we'll move on to my score. This will be a really short one, I guess. Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, I'm going to give a 10 out of 10. But this, to me, was by far the best one. Although I don't actually have, like, a favorite character. Because we don't get to spend a whole lot of time with, like, just one person.
You don't get to spend time with Cindy because they're all dead.
No. I'm talking about, like, prolonged. Like, we got to spend a lot of time with Katie. We got to spend a lot of time with Christy. As adults, as children, you know, there was a large focus of them. Yeah, there was a large focus on Jesse, but some of the times, like, his friends, like his sister, his best friend, kept getting into the mix. And, like, they weren't around enough for you to really develop a connection to them, which I would say is the only problem with this movie. So it almost rides 9. What did make this a 10 for me was this is the first Paranormal Activity movie where people actually bring in guns and shoot the witches. I don't know if it was very successful, but at least they tried because they died. But yeah, this is the first time we actually get somebody bringing in guns. And so I really enjoyed this one. Another favorite scene of mine too is like when Jesse's getting beat up at the basketball court and Toby just sort of starts protecting him and throwing the muggers into the vending machine and into a picnic table. I thought that was pretty bad. Like, bad as in good.
You mean Toby?
That's what I said, when Toby starts defending him. So anyways, those are by far my 2 favorite scenes in the movie. And I think it could have had a lot more potential. So shocked, Cord didn't think more of the. I thought that basketball scene was going to be your favorite scene, to tell you the truth, or where they were doing the stunts and tricks. But all right, that is going to go ahead and wrap up this. And I don't know if we'll do another Paranormal Activity next week, or if I might pick something different, because just certain things going on. So, yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear, but it will be something demon related. Cora thinks this one's really scary. I might have to up my game then and show her what real scariness is. So, we will see you back here for another D&D movie time on Monday, where it's going to be one of Cora's picks. So we will see you all then.
Bye. Bye.